let's talk about the cement industry, because that's another major one that's creating all kinds of issues here. The cement manufacturers have boycotted a meeting with the minister because the minister has been proposing a price regulation LI, and they are not happy about it.
Yeah, quickly. I don't know either. I don't know who is not communicating well. Is it the minister who is not communicating well, or the cement marketers who are not communicating well?
Why? What's the issue?
Because then the back and forth has to do with minister saying that, listen, you guys, let's cap your
The
prices.
price, yeah.
Okay, and then the marketers are like, oh, you know something, the dollar is up there, so and that the economy.
We had an infographic last week on the price of cement, here on ChannelOne TV, and what I found interesting is that the price of cement in terms of dollars actually hasn't changed much.
Okay.
Yeah, I found it very interesting because in 2009 it was about 8 Ghana cedis. 2009 we were just 2 years into our redenomination, right? And so the dollar was about 1.2 somewhere there, very early days, 1.1, 1.2 somewhere there. And it was 8 Ghana cedis, all right? Do that calculation. Now it's about 108 Ghana cedis, and it's 15. So when you do the calculation, it's really about the same amount in dollars, right? Yeah. So I'm asking myself the question as a consumer, right? The cement manufacturers seem to have a point, right? If the dollar is what is doing, why is the,
Yeah, and so then they are insisting that, listen, keep the dollar in check.
Yeah.
And our prices
will be stable.
Will be stable. And that is as simple as that. Yeah. Because then here you are, you are using dollar as a justification to increase fuel prices.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
That one, you are not keeping it in check. Or you are not saying that, listen, hey, all the OMCs.
They are gaining.
Yeah, all the OMCs. You know something? We are capping your, the amount at which you are selling fuel. But then you move on straight to the cement manufacturers. You are blowing hot and cold. Nobody will.
But then I found something also interesting, and I don't know what you guys make of it. That yesterday they were supposed to have a meeting, the minister and the cement people. Meeting, it begins, and the media is there to cover the meeting, and the cement manufacturers are like,
nowhere to be found.
We don't want the media here.
Yeah.
And he says, no, the media will cover the first part of the meeting, and then we'll go into camera, we'll go in camera to do the rest of the meeting without it. And they said no, and they walked out.
Katie Amon, knowing him for who he is. He's my friend, actually. Knowing him for who he is, he loves cameras too much. Cameras and
what's wrong with the camera?
Cameras and microphones.
Booker, what's wrong with the camera?
This thing, you are going to negotiation with these people. Do you understand? I mean, it's supposed to be a win-win kind of arrangement. So issue statement and say that on this day, you guys are going into negotiations and so on. So issue it and then leave it at that. Midway, if the negotiation is successful, you issue another statement and it should be a joint statement that the two of you had come together and then this is what you were able to do. If you were not successful, you as the minister can issue a statement and say that negotiation will still continue. But using this strategy, the people will feel that, listen, you are trying to use the media to whip them into subjugation. And I think that is what clearly these guys are running away from. You understand? However, I would like to point out that, you see, the years ago when we had GASEM alone, monopolizing the system is long gone.
Yeah.
Then we had Diamond Cement joining along the line. After that, I think some other companies have come. Dangote came, Ibrahim's, Jata came, and then Supersem, and then there are some Chinese companies as well.
Yeah.
For me, more and more, I mean, if there's competition, prices will have to come down somehow. Give us options. But in this country, it's so funny how traders quickly unite and then decide to
determine the
price. And you don't. Nobody has any control over that.
Yeah.
You go to the European Union, you can't do that.
So you think we should have price control?
We should have, and it should be, a regional thing that we can do.
So should they peg it to the dollar, or make it?
Well, I don't know about. I mean, the discussions will ensure that, but I think that the ECOWAS that we have, it's supposed to be an economic bloc, isn't it?
Yes.
But nothing economic comes from there. It's all politics.
Yeah. Anything quickly to say? I want us to just touch on the last story briefly.
Good.
Yeah.
Onion sellers, tomato sellers, in fact, vegetable sellers, are they regulated?
No, they regulate themselves.
Thank you.
Okay, you made your point.
Wait.
Yeah.
You see, why are we attempting to sort of push something down the throat of these cement manufacturers? Listen, it's a fair playing field.
Open market.
Yes, it's an open market. So if it were closed, that would have been different. All right?
Yeah.
Please let me land. Now, you decide to introduce an ally to Parliament, when ideally you haven't had any form of or sort of conclusion with the manufacturers, but you went ahead to lay the ally in Parliament at the blind side of the manufacturers. That's more like a blanket review you were presenting to them yesterday, and they said no.
Indeed, he threatened that he's going to lay it
And
today.
yes, he said you go ahead and do it. All right? To the extent that you are not regulating plantain sellers, you are not regulating water-producing sellers, you are not regulating onion, tomato, cassava, and what have you sellers. Why the attempt to regulate? In fact, it's been the only product in Ghana that is able to have its prices fluctuate. Sometimes it goes up, other times you have it come down.
Yeah.
Just like you have fuel prices. Okay? What you have to do is to look at ways by which, perhaps if the cost of production is high, are there ways by which we can reduce the cost of production for them? The main product they use in manufacturing is the clinker. They always import this product with foreign currency, of course. Stabilize your cedi.
Yeah.
Let the cedi gain strength,
And
so
all
that
things shall follow.
that's as far as it goes.
The kingdom of God.
Give them some form of incentives. Maybe prices can come down from there.
Okay.
But to make any attempt to sort of push something down their throat, I'm not sure they will agree.
Okay.
And basically, that's what we saw yesterday. So, the minister, listen, Honorable Katie, please calm down. All right, calm down, negotiate with them, engage them, and I believe some form of a solution can come up from there.